New developments in the Drew Peterson murder case tonight. Defense attorneys are now asking the judge to delay the start of that trial. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kathy Brock.
And I'm Ravi Bajwal. Ron and Cheryl have tonight off. Peterson's trial is scheduled to begin on June 14th. He is accused of killing his third wife, Kathleen Savio. Today, Peterson's attorneys asked the judge to postpone the start of the trial. ABC 7's John Garcia here now with all the details. John.
Ravi, Kathy, Peterson's attorneys are asking the judge to push back the trial date to August 23rd. They say if the trial begins as scheduled in 2 weeks, they may not be ready. That's because the prosecution has added several new witnesses to their list of people they may call to testify during the trial.
Surrounded by deputies and wearing a blue jail jumpsuit, former Bolingbrook cop Drew Peterson is escorted into a Will County courtroom this morning for a motion hearing on his upcoming murder trial. Peterson's lead attorney, Joel Brodsky, says his team needs more time to interview witnesses that prosecutors plan to call at trial.
The state disclosed expert witnesses, hired guns, 2 weeks before trial. I think that once again shows that the state is still, scrambling to try to put together a case here.
Peterson's trial on charges that he killed his third wife, Kathleen Savio, is scheduled to start in 2 weeks. But today, his attorneys asked the judge to move the trial start date to the last week of August. Brodsky says the state is relying on experts because their case against Peterson is shaky.
They don't have any real hard evidence that Drew Peterson is guilty of any wrongful act at all.
Will County State's Attorney Jim Glasgow told Judge Stephen White that he'll be ready for trial whenever the judge decides. But White says he wants to make sure the case is solid in case of an appeal, and he'd be okay with pushing back the date. A new member of Peterson's legal team, Joe Lopez, says many murder trials start later than originally planned.
We are going to be ready, and we will be ready, and I think the judge is expecting everybody to be ready. If he does grant this continuance, this case is going to be going on that day.
Peterson's attorneys were also denied a motion to have Judge White removed from the case. Now, both sides will return to the courthouse on Wednesday morning. The judge says he needs additional time to see if he can reschedule other trials that he's involved in to accommodate a possible delay. Now, most of today's hearing was sealed, and both sides discussed motions dealing with the controversial hearsay evidence that may or may not be used at trial. Kathy and Ravi, the judge's ruling on that evidence will not be announced until after the jury has already been seated.
Okay. John, thank you.